Hello, nerds. Welcome to BingeWorthy part of the I said BingeWorthy. I got that in my head. I gotta get it out. That's my fault. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks like you. If you're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat and we share our opinions with you. Today is Tuesday. We have lots of news to go about. So Critical Role's back in the headlines again. So Critical Role teases a spooky new game and a new system. They will play using Darrington's Press Illuminated World system, which has not yet been released to the public. Critical Role has announced that the Candela Obscura, a horror tabletop role-playing game, actual play series, will premiere on May 25th. A group of actors will be improvising stories and characters in the new monthly drama, which follows an esoteric order of investigators in the fictional town of New Fair in the near universe of 1907. I wonder, the game will follow a group of detectives in a kind of Edwardian newsy vein, with the actors putting on waistcoats and bustles to evoke the spirit of 1907. I wonder if this is like H.P. Lovecraft. I wonder if this is like H.P.
I don't
Lovecraft.
know. I don't know, but I love Critical Role. I love just the idea behind them. You know, a lot of people don't know they're the creators of, what was it? The cartoon,
The Legend of Vox
The
Machina.
Legend of Vox Machina. And really, they just got together. It started as a D&D game for an
Yeah,
actor and his friends.
The Legend
And
of Vox Machina.
yeah, and it just started to grow and grow, and they started a Kickstarter to shoot the pilot for it, and it's just turned into like this cool company. And if anybody doesn't know, I want to deviate from the regular story. If you haven't seen season 3 of The Legend of Vox Machina, go watch it. Like, go, whatever you're doing, go watch it. It is that great. You can also watch the BingeWorthy review of it as well to let you know about it. But for this series, like, I don't know anything about the game that they're doing, but because it's them, I'm going to give them a shot because they do quality work.
You went back and started watching the Critical Role game?
I've watched some of them. It is a lot. It's a lot. Like, they got what, about like 200 episodes or something like that.
It's a lot for that one game for
Yeah,
the
it's a
Legend of
lot.
Vox
So
Machina.
yeah. So I haven't gone back and watched all of them. I watched them and they're pretty long. What, like an hour to an hour and a half per
The
episode?
first campaign is 115 episodes.
See,
The second
yeah.
campaign is 141 episodes. Then the number one shots they aired is a hiatus of the two campaigns, and they're doing a spinoff limited a series.
Yeah, so it's a lot to go back and get through all of it. You know, I got a lot of content to consume. But what I've watched about the games, I always enjoyed them. And then, like I said, I love The Legend of Vox Machina. Right now, The Legend of Vox Machina is actually in my top 5 shows of 2023.
Okay. They have the Mighty Neem, which is coming, an upcoming animated series based on the second campaign. So,
and I just like the idea. It's like they did the thing. You know, they started from a YouTube series and grew it into something like this really cool in the phenom. So, shouts out to Critical Role, man. I'm gonna watch this series when it comes out, but May 24th.
Yep. So, and they got the new game coming out.
Yeah.
So
that's the game. That's what I meant. Yeah, I'm gonna watch
May
the
25th.
Game.
Yeah.
Yeah, May 25th.
Yeah, I'm maybe mad to buy it because I'm kind of curious about the Darrington Press Illuminated World system, and I want to see what it's like. And the detective style of game, that's interesting.
Yeah.
It sounds, if it's horror, it sounds very H.P. Lovecraft, where you have cultists and you're trying to stop them and whatnot. So I'm really curious what they're going to do with that.
It did the magic, the horror, detective series. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm imagining it's gonna be dope.
If it's in 1907.
Yeah,
very Lovecraftian.
Yeah. Well, I thought Lovecraft was actually before there.
Yeah. Lovecraft is Well, it's like the turn of the century.
Okay.
You
And
know,
we,
Lovecraft. I mean, H.P. Lovecraft wrote into like everything, the future and whatnot.
yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, we got it in the chat. Was it Vivek? He said the second campaign is actually really good story as a whole, and the villain is probably my fave. Okay. Thanks for
Oh,
joining
really?
us.
Okay.
Yeah. We yeah.
Okay. So we'll see that campaign start soon then. That's gonna be very interesting to see.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
That because
I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna watch it, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe we need to have like a viewing party or something at the network to.
oh, we actually could because it's on Prime.
Yeah, it's
So
on Prime. Maybe have a
we can
viewing.
actually do a viewing party.
Yeah, maybe on like a
Um,
Friday or something like that.
mhm.
After happy hour.
Yeah, we probably do a viewing party when it
Yeah,
first comes on
yeah.
and just
When it
watch
first
it.
comes out.
Because
Yep,
it's be on Twitch, and so
yep.
you can watch them play it.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be funny because the first couple of episodes, the first couple of runs they're gonna show are probably gonna be rough because they gotta get into their characters.
That's what I want to see. I
I
want
want
to
to see how
see.
rough it
I
is
want.
them getting.
I want to see from the beginning to the end, from the beginning of the
Mm-hmm.
campaign to the end,
Because they
how it
definitely
progresses.
from Critical Role, the first campaign, until the start of Vox Machina, they definitely have evolved those characters. They know
Yeah,
the.
agreed. Right,
Mm-hmm,
right, right.
mm-hmm.
But that's like a television series, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
the pilot episode, if it gets is different from season 3. It's like, oh
yeah,
wow, like oh now
yeah.
these people have lived with these for 16 episodes and like they know these characters. Yeah, yeah.
The fun comes in says not related to any new other news today, but RIP to Poseidon's Fury, which shut down today. I love that show at Universal Island of Adventure. I did not know it shut down. It shut
Me
down
either.
today.
Yeah, why did yeah.
Did it shut
Why did
down
it
at
shut down?
Universal? Yes, it did.
I did I didn't know that either.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. That's in the theme park world. Something shut down. Show shut down.
Hmm.
Get back on the news today with the Star Wars Unlimited TCG. Fantasy Flight is putting all its cards on the table. Fantasy Flight Games is stepping into the ring with a new Star Wars themed trading card game to go up against Magic the Gathering and Disney Lorcana called Star Wars Unlimited. It will launch in 2024 with a full 200 plus card set and all new art based on the original trilogy. This is going to be interesting. This is a game in which we have dedicated more resources than any other game in FFG's history. So, Fantasy Flight Games is saying we're going to back this Star Wars game based on the original trilogy. We're going to run it. I think it's going to be hard because the original trilogy only has a handful of characters, but but you go through the whole entire lore, the canon, and the legends of Star Wars, you got a ton of characters.
So I'm a novice in this world. Take me through what am I doing
It's
with
like
card games?
Pokemon. It's you
Okay.
play cards. You play cards. Like you give cards power. So a card, you have a character, you have power like magic and whatnot. You add to it, probably called the force. And then you have other companion cards and you have resource management and you play cards on top of each other to strengthen up your cards to beat other cards that somebody's gonna play against you.
Okay. Because I mean, I love Star Wars. I've never played a
You
card
should
game.
you should download Hearthstone on your phone and play it. Or better yet, Marvel Snap is the card
Okay.
game you need to
Okay,
play.
yeah. Y'all are falling out. You and Rodney and other people, y'all used to talk about it every day. Are
Yeah,
you all not playing as much anymore?
you need to play Snap. I stopped playing because I was addicted to it. I had to. I was like, no, because I was playing like every 5 minutes at work. I'll be in a meeting. I have my face cut off Zoom, and I'll be playing Snap. It is an amazing little game, but you should play
Mm,
Marvel Snap. It's good.
okay.
It's like Texas Hold'em.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, it's easy to understand and really quick to. He's like he says. Ronnie put in. I played until 4 a.m. Yes, I've had that too. Where I'm laying down watching something on Netflix. I'm watching Crunchyroll, and I'm playing Marvel Snap on my phone. And I was like, I gotta stop this. I gotta stop this. And I spend money. I spend money in Marvel Snap.
I guess it's unanimous then, because Defunct says I had to drop Marvel Snap. It was filling up all my time, and I was buying that $15 pass every 3 weeks.
That's about right. It's so good, though. It's
Uh,
such a good game. Such a good game. If you don't play games often, this is the game you should start with.
okay.
It's so good. So good. Rodney even said it's so good. So I push but so hopefully this card game with Star Wars is good. Like yesterday, I talked about the strategy game they have where you actually measure the planes, the jets'
Right.
distances and
Because you
stuff.
said your friend was
Mhm.
a general, and or not a general, but military, and he talked about it's a strategy game, right?
Strategy game, yep, and it's an awesome little game. So that game's expensive too. So this is just another extension of as card game.
Okay.
Wow, this next story, speaking of card games, this is the wrong way to beat somebody in a card game, you guys. This
What is
man
that?
was jailed for life after beating neighbor to death with a bag of Pokemon cards. 31-year-old British man Andrew Haig has been sentenced to life in prison after being found guilty of murder of his neighbor, 50-year-old Simon Wilkinson. The men, both residents of the apartment building in Sheffield, had got into a dispute after Mr. Wilkinson accused Haig of being a pedophile.
Oh,
After, according to ITV via Dextero, Haig, who had a history of mental health problems, shouted, "You called me a fucking nonce? Come out here and fight me like a man," before attacking Wilkinson with a bag filled with boxes of Pokemon cards. And another reports on BBC says they were tens of cards. Tens of cards. They were the tens. So the middle tens. So he
that's
beat a
not a
man to death with Pokemon cards. That is not the way you play Pokemon, you guys.
no. I'm pretty sure Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, this really has nothing to do with Pokemon, right? It's
Mm-mm,
just
mm-mm.
some
Just happened to
crazy
be the
guy.
weapon of choice.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
just happened to. Yeah, it's just it's quite
yeah.
unfortunate, right?
It's quite unfortunate.
And now he's going to jail forever. So
Yeah. Hag, who also has previous convictions for violence, pled guilty to the
yeah,
murder earlier this year,
yeah,
and he has now been sentenced to life in prison, minimum
yeah,
sentence of 17 years before being eligible for parole.
yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing really to say about this story. It's tragic. He's going to jail, and that's it. We can move
He
on.
killed somebody. It's tragic.
Yeah,
He killed somebody. And he's going to
for
jail
no
for it.
reason,
Yeah.
and he
Yep.
just used Pokemon as an instrument of death. So that's it. Nothing
Yeah.
much here.
Yeah. But Pokemon's art exhibition celebrating Japanese craft work is coming to Los Angeles. So today, the Pokemon Company announces new collaboration with Japan House Los Angeles to bring Pokemon and Kogi, a collection of over 70 pieces of handcrafted art from 20
Mm.
different artists working in a variety of mediums, to the U.S. for 5 months, 5 month long exhibition.
What
In
state?
addition,
Go ahead. Go
it's
ahead.
in
Go ahead.
Los Angeles, all Los Angeles, baby. But yeah, it's all in Los Angeles. So you
Are
got to
you
come out to
going?
LA. Of course.
You Rodney going? You Rodney? You
I'm
going?
absolutely going. I'm about to go look at tickets for this thing.
Yeah,
Like,
let's go, Chuck. That
let's
sounds dope.
go. That sounds dope. Of
Sounds dope.
course.
Look at it. The art, it's like
The
The
art
art
looks
looks
really
dope.
cool.
crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't want to go there, Randy? You should come in. You
I
should
would
come in
love to,
town.
but when is it?
Let me look at I think it's an article. When is in addition to being meant to the creative channel for the world of Pokemon as a whole, Japan House website, each Pokemon Koji, three main sections: life story and appearance. It's July 25th through to January 7th, 2024.
Oh, okay. So that's some time.
Yeah, got 5 months, baby. True to the spirit of Pokemon games, Pokemon and Kogi tickets to be which are free will switch up the selection artwork on display throughout the duration of the run. So you can go more than once. You got to collect them all.
It looks dope. I'm looking at the artwork that Rodney has on the screen, and it's very impressive.
Mm-hmm. It
Looks
looks really
super
good.
fun. Yeah, look
Did you
at
know?
that.
Did you know Japan has a sculpture school? You learn how to make sculptures for models and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They have schools for that, and you have to test to go into the school.
I'm not surprised.
You know who
Because it's art,
doesn't have
because
that?
it is art, right? Look at that. That
Mm-hmm.
guy, that looks dope. That looks
Mm-hmm.
amazing.
It looks amazing.
Yeah. Maybe I
This
will.
is exciting.
Yeah. I'll
I'm down
imagine.
with this. I'm
Yeah.
I'm looking at the artwork on the webpage and I'm like, wow, I'm so down with
I
this.
could see why people would be excited to go see this.
Yeah, this is very exciting.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, and it's
Even
free?
if you're not even hell, I could see people wanting to go see it even if they're not Pokemon fans,
Pokemon
right?
fans.
Just for the
Yep.
artwork. If you're a fan of
Mm-hmm.
artwork, it look cool.
And it's free.
Oh, it's free.
It's
I
free,
guess I
yeah.
missed that part of the story.
It's free.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
It'll probably be like the Getty though. You got to get a ticket just to to
You have to get
schedule
it.
your
You gotta get
time.
a ticket. You
To
gotta get a
schedule your
ticket.
time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because they can't just have everybody show up at
Because
once.
That's
everybody
what I
will
was thinking. I
show
was
up
like,
on
Yeah.
oh,
Saturday.
right.
Yeah. When
Right.
the Getty first opened, they had to do tickets. And the Broad too. Because
Yep.
it's just like there's just too many people want
Yeah.
to get in.
No, I completely get it.
Yep. So yeah, so I'm gonna give me some tickets to go there because I gotta check that out. It's right there in Hollywood in Japan House. So I'm really excited about that. We go check it out, the Japan House. MTV News shuts down. We were just speaking about MTV yesterday. MTV News shuts down. Paramount lays off 25% of networks, studio group Variety. Layoffs will be hitting 25% of employees across the Showtime, MTV Entertainment Studios, and Paramount Media Networks groups in the U.S. Tuesday, following months of internal deliberations about integrating amid Showtime's rebranding into Paramount Plus with Showtime.
Right.
MTV News, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
MTV News, which was significantly affected by layoffs more than 5 years ago, will be shutting down. I still didn't know MTV News was on television. I don't know why we don't know who watches MTV anymore.
Again, I think we
MTV,
talked about this
BET, or
Monday or Friday.
VH1.
Well, I watch BET occasionally.
What do you watch on BET?
What do I watch on BET?
Exactly.
I'm trying to think. I know I watch BET. I flip through the channel because it's 50 on my cable box, and I'm trying to think, what do I watch on BET?
Exactly. Tyler Perry.
Me and Medea, we down like 4 flat tires. No, I don't watch Medea at all. What do I watch? I know I watch stuff on BET.
Exactly. Nothing.
I don't know.
Nothing.
And VH1 has a lot of like the love and hip hop series and stuff like that. So
okay, does it?
Yeah, it does.
The channel that you would not show hip hop.
They used to talk about that all the time.
How they would never ever show anything with hip hop on it.
Yeah,
because it wasn't real music and it's not real culture.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
Wow.
And they actually it kind of probably saved that network, right? They put out the love and I think it came about around the last time of the last strike because there were no writers and they needed cheap television. Mona Scott Love, she's in charge of that entire franchise. So those are what I know that comes on there. MTV, I haven't watched decade maybe, so I don't even know who still watches it now with Paramount Plus, right? So if I had Paramount Plus and I had Showtime Plus, are they like giving me a discount on that?
I think they're gonna get rid of one, and the other one swallows it, so you get rid of Showtime Plus and it's all Paramount Plus.
Okay, I was just curious because I was like, then my cable bill should go down some, right?
Are you paying for both streaming services?
I thought I was.
Or the streaming services get packed in your cable for free? It's like a courtesy.
And maybe that's what it was. I think maybe if you had like Showtime, but if they're going to show everything on Paramount Plus that they show on Showtime, I have Paramount Plus. Why do I have Showtime?
You don't have to have Showtime anymore.
Right. I'm about to call my cable provider.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah, I'm like, why am I
So
paying for this?
McCarthy's group will be consolidated into two functions: studio and encompassing Showtime and MTV Entertainment Studios and networks, combining 9 separate teams into one portfolio group. The affected Paramount owned network included Nick, MTV, Comedy Central, Paramount Network, CMT, Smithsonian, TV Land, Logo, and Pop TV.
And I know Paramount is actively looking for a buyer of BET, just to circle back to
Yeah, they're
that.
trying to get rid of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was rumored Diddy might buy it. What's his name? Byron Allen might buy it. And I read somewhere like Shaq and who else? It was Shaq and a couple of other like black
I said
people. They were
I said if anybody
buy it.
buys it's gonna be Tyler Perry because he has all the shows on it.
Yeah, so and I think that was his argument in favor of it, but like it's some other people that have come up too. I know Diddy's come up. Diddy wants to be in consideration for it too. And I don't know,
Diddy may not have enough money.
you can always get the money. You don't have to
Yeah, it's
buy it
true. You ain't got to
outright.
buy it,
You
bro. That's
raise the
true.
money.
You,
Yeah.
you can do exactly what you go to the Saudis, they'll give you money.
You
They
don't
gave
necessarily
$44
have to go
billion.
to the Saudis.
They gave 44, they gave 1/3 of $44 billion, $15 billion to Elon Musk for a damn website. for easy to understand version of Reddit. That's what they did.
You told me it was more than just a website a few months ago.
No, there's more to it. There's more involved, but all those people are gone now. Like the security measures and all that is gone.
According to Elon Musk, he said he got rid of 80% of the personnel at Twitter, and he said you don't need all those people unless you're planning to run a leftist propagandist organization. That's what he actually said.
What? That doesn't even make sense.
Because he's saying a lot of the people that are there, they're monitoring the hate speech pretty much. And if you don't have all of them there, the operation can run a lot more efficiently and effectively.
Is he actually saying that hate speech is part of the rightist wing?
He didn't use the word hate speech. He said like freedom of speech. I'm using the word hate speech because you're monitoring all the hate speech, but basically he's saying it should be the public square and people should be free to come there to express ideas. And if you take away all the people that are monitoring the free speech, you can run the organization with fewer people.
Yeah, I know he's trying to take away people being anonymous too. Take away anonymity from it.
Yeah, so
if he takes anonymity away from the website, to die, because then the hate speech is going to be able to spew hate speech.
Right.
Majority of them won't, unless they're Richard Spencer, who's going to run for president in like 8 more years.
He probably with him. It's going to be a lot of interesting people running. The Rock, Richard Spencer, Donald Trump again from jail.
You so stupid. You so stupid.
And it was Kenya Barris, 50 Cent, and Shaq. They were looking to buy BET.
Yeah. Okay. Next story, we're gonna leave BET alone. Leave that. I wish the people that are at MTV News and Paramount, they land softly in their layoffs.
Yep.
They don't have to worry for much longer because the writing strike is gonna go on for about a year or two. People ain't gonna give up that money. They ain't gonna want to give up that money. But I know, and right now it's a writer's market. You need
all the content
writers.
that's out there.
All the content that's going to need to be out there.
But that's part of the problem. It's a writer's market, but it's a writer's market for streaming services.
Yes.
And there isn't the same level of residual income for the streaming services.
So I think Netflix, Disney Plus, and HBO Max and the other 100 streaming services around the world are going to force the hand of the networks.
And even the networks, because you got to have now, like Peacock, Paramount Plus, CBS Act, like all of those are all of those, and that's the way it is. So the writers were saying, back in the day, you write for a show, the show goes into syndication, you get
You get
royalties
paid.
off of
Yeah.
that shows
Mm-hmm.
because it's on a normal television cycle, Monday through Friday, where you watch it on the regular shows. Where
Yeah.
now they don't do that as much. They
Yeah.
just send those shows to the streaming services
Because they're on the old contracts and they haven't updated with new technology.
and it has not updated with the new technology because at the beginning of the last strike in 2007, streaming was just coming into
it just started basically.
Like Netflix was streaming, but I don't know if they were even streaming original content.
No, they weren't doing any original content in 2007.
Yeah,
they didn't do their first original content show was Lilyhammer in like 2008.
Lilyhammer and then House of Cards. They came They came very close to each other.
But
I don't know which one was. Okay,
no, Lilyhammer was the first season because I remember watching it because I was excited that Netflix had their own show.
Yeah,
and all my friends were telling me Netflix is going to fail because there's no way that company can ever make original content.
Well, House of Cards was the one that blew them up.
Yes, it was.
That was the one that blew them up.
And I said they're going to end up. This is going to be the future.
Yeah, and so back then, when they negotiated the strike, it wasn't, streaming wasn't a big deal. Now it's like that's all they have.
That's all it is. That's all it is. And so it hurts movies and everything. So it's going to be interesting. And then then you have unscripted that want a writer's rights as well. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, it is.
There's a lot. They want that. They want the controlling of AI into writing. They want pathways and careers. There's a lot they want.
Yeah, man. I think it's fair, like
they should. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, they're a part.
I have friends that left from the writers from around the world and they come here to strike. Like I have writers that are writers in Britain and Germany, and they have left there to come here to strike.
Nah, yeah, it's going
and it's very well organized. It's very well organized. So I hope all the writers get what they want.
They're a big union, right? They're a big union. So
I hope they get what they want.
I do too.
These billionaires need to cut back on some of their bonuses.
Well, we know that,
Well, speaking of subscription services, Viz Media announced today new subscription to read manga, and it's live right now. So the Viz manga service contains digital releases of over 10,000 chapters of manga from across a diverse list of genres, including titles from the renowned Japanese publishers Shogakuin and Tsushisha. 15 of those series will be Samu published, accessible to English readers on the same day of release in Japan. That is exciting. So
why is it exciting?
Because they had the Takuban. The Takuban is like before they have a collection of manga. It's like probably like 12 books, 13 books, 12 pages each that come out every week. Then after a while, they had the Takuban, which is the book that actually gets published out as the single book. But now they can actually publish out every week what's being made. So it's like a weekly journal. You get to keep up with all the manga.
Okay.
And it's simultaneous. Instead of, it goes to Japan, they release it in Japan. Somebody scanlates it in the English. So somebody grabs it, erases all the Japanese words, so the quality just kind of drops. And then they put in English words, then they put it all in the PDF form and give it to us. And then you got to wait like 3 or 4 months for that book to get licensed by an American publisher.
And then this all comes into a bundle at one time. Yeah. That's what you're saying?
Yeah. Okay. It all comes at one time.
Okay.
So you get all those pages at one time. Okay. What's up, Peter? Peter came in. So we have that. So this is going to be exciting. And Viz Media is really big on shonen manga, and they're really big on shoujo manga. So they have the Shonen Jump, which is the magazine that has all the books in it, and that has like 12 pages of each book come out weekly, and they have Shoujo Beat, which has the same thing in it. Okay. So this is going to be exciting. They can publish all this at the same time.
Okay.
And the Viz manga subscription is available now for $1.99 a month.
Oh, that's
That's
nothing.
really good.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's nothing.
Because you know how much a comic book costs? Like
Uh-uh.
$9.99.
How much?
$9.99.
Oh, okay.
$10.
So you can get a bundle for $1.99, a subscription for $1.99 and get the
For
bundle
all
with
of
it.
them. All of it. All of it.
Yeah. Well, I hope that model is sustainable for all you manga fans out there, you know?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. I think at this point, Viz has realized they can turn whatever mangas they bring out, they can turn into anime anyway and make a killing off of it.
Okay.
One Piece ain't hurting for nobody.
Ain't hurting for not a single thing. It's doing just all right.
Yep. Let's go to the last story I'm gonna end with. Peridot review. Niantic's pet game is a next gen Tamagotchi. Peridot is essentially a high-tech version of Tamagotchi. It takes what Niantic is known for, location-based games and augmented reality, and applies it to the virtual pet. To start out, you get an egg, which will hatch to give you your first dot to take care of. One of the main hooks of Peridot is that every creature is genetically unique creature created with a combination of 7 different traits covering things like horns, plumage, and face. So this is like you get your own little digital pet game like a Tamagotchi, and you got to keep it alive. And the AR aspect of the game is truly impressive. Not only does the game look great, but the dots interact with the real world in surprisingly realistic ways. That is impressive. I'm gonna grab it after the show and play with it.
The Funk said he tried it today and it seemed like it's centered around computer vision AI recognition.
Yeah, okay. I can see that. And for
So they may
comparison
be
about
selling the data to Amazon to power the AI computer vision efforts.
I can see that as well.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I can see that as well. He also put in there, so Viz is doing $1.99 for their comic for their manga. Marvel Unlimited is $10 a month.
Right.
I don't
That's why
pay that, but yeah.
That's why I said I wonder is that model that price point sustainable.
I mean, when you know it's gonna go into anime, and you know that anime is gonna stream on Crunchyroll, and you know your properties get the biggest hit, we might as well give the books away. People are gonna watch it anyway.
I mean, Marvel's pretty, you know, they're pretty popular. The MCU's
Yeah, but most kids go to libraries and grab it now.
okay.
So, you know, $1.99, you know, or they get the scanlations online. They get the scanlations and they're free. So $1.99 is like, oh, I get the best quality from the actual creators for $1.99. That's
Hey,
better than
I'm all for low price points, man. You know, for
yeah,
consumers.
me too.
Hey,
Me too.
I
It
want
works for
the
Walmart.
artist. Yeah, I want the artist and everything to be compensated fairly. But yeah, you know, we can get low price points. Let's do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop there on the positive news. The next story is not so positive.
All right.
It's an attack. We'll talk about that tomorrow. We can talk
Okay.
about that one tomorrow. I think that's a
Okay.
good story to talk about too. It's a good story. I'm looking at it
All
like, oh yeah, this is a good story too.
right. Okay.
With that being said, anything you want to share with people, Randy, before we get up out of here?
Tomorrow after GeekBeast, tune in or stay tuned for BingeWorthy. We're talking Star Wars Vision. So come back and see how we rate Star Wars Visions.
Mm-hmm. And if you haven't watched Visions, y'all could watch it tonight. It takes about an hour, hour 10.
Yeah, because they're shorts. I think they're what, 9 shorts?
9 shorts, so like
range
9,
from
10.
15 to maybe 20 minutes.
Not even that long. I don't think anything goes over 15 minutes.
I thought one of them went to 19, but I could be wrong.
That may be true.
Yeah, but they're shorts. They're shorts. Anywhere from like 12 to 19 minutes. Like you said, yeah, you could probably do it in about an hour on your lunch break tomorrow.
On your lunch break. It's well worth it. I think so.
Or maybe it's not.
Maybe it's not. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. You're right. I think because it's Star Wars, it's well worth to see anyway.
Right.
But it may not be binge worthy. You'll find out tomorrow what we
right,
think.
You got to tune in to find out tomorrow.
Yeah. Shout out to Digital Click for helping us look good and helping us out. I meet with Crystal tomorrow. We got some really cool things coming on deck. Shout out to Rodney for being a great technical producer and director. He didn't chime in today. I feel it's kind of lonely. I think he's neglecting us. And
Just a little bit,
just a little bit, right? I like when he chimes in. And shout out to the funk. And shout out to the funkies. I talked a little.
Yeah, that's what I said. A little bit.
Shout out to the funk for creating our stories. He's going on vacation, so the show's gonna be rough for you guys for the next couple of days because we don't have the artistry of the funk in here to curate our stories.
The funk, I feel like, is trying to play into this writer's strike. I feel like that.
He's saying he's coming out to California to go into the writer's strike for you guys, and so he can't. He's gonna not deal with us. He's gonna join the union after this.
Right? We like, y'all need me.
Y'all need
where my
me.
syndication money at?
Yeah. With that being said, everybody, good night. We hope to see you tomorrow for both GeekBeast and BingeWorthy, where we cover Star Wars Visions. Peace.
Peace.